Hello.
Thank you, Natalya,
Hello.
for confirm to Instagram me.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good, good afternoon, Natalya. How are
Good
you?
afternoon. I'm fine, and you?
So far, it's fine. Even though this is almost end of the year. Usually, we are so busy to do a lot of activity that close to the budget of this year. So that's why I think there are a lot of activities in my university. Even though like that, okay, I will join in the beginning because this is the important thing that the student will get more benefit with activities of full discussion in this forum. So that's why I have offer the activities this day, even though I hear from Mr. Arif in this day there are maybe six group.
Yes, six group. Yes,
Yeah,
six group, Prof.
Yeah, we'll take a part in the discussion due to the vocational field. Six group is different field of vocational. For example, might be some from civil engineering, and then there are some from mechanical, from electrical, something like that. And this is based on your question, and then they will try to explore their capacity to answer and to give like common and give what's the meaning, the thing that we can start to discussion about that field, especially to answer your question. And then in my mind, I think if there are only 2 or 3 groups is enough. It's not all because we have limited time, 1 hour. So it's up to you, Natalya. If you have time, we will finish all of the participants. But in my mind, I think to heavy. Six teams. I think this not enough time to finish all of the.
Okay. It's very good.
Okay,
it's very good. I agree.
Yeah, I think it's better like that. And then the activities like for the first, maybe the student will presentation about their group, and then after that it's not only question and answer, but more than discussion about to review about the content of their presentation, and then please, Natalya, give them input from your side, especially from the view of Russian vocational education, to more to close with the problematica in their comment, in their answering your question. I think like that. So that's the rule for this day, and then for the next meeting, maybe next week or in next week, Arif.
Okay.
In Thursday,
Arif?
Prof. In Thursday, not
Thursday.
next week.
Okay. So this is okay. Yeah, but this the fifth meeting with Natalya, I think, next week, or sixth meeting. I don't remember about that. But please, Arif, make sure in the end of this discussion, 6.
This week is 5, and
Okay.
next week 6.
Oh, fifth. Okay. And the next, okay, fifth and sixth. Okay. Don't forget to remember that in the end of this discussion, we will have like a small proposal about this issue with Russian, especially we can join like make a proposal together with Natalya Lomovtseva. I think that's good for us after this program of discussion, and then we will have for the next year like small activities in research collaboration. That's from me. I think please Arif guide a discussion in this session, and then after that, sorry because I have another meeting, another activities to conduct of student defense, especially for PhD program. Sorry, Natalya. Thank you for your time to join with us in here and then to support my program, especially to give the student more experience about how to to contact with the real activities in global issue, especially in Tibet. Again, thank you. Enjoy your discussion. Bye.
Okay, thank you, Prof. Bruri. Natalya, we can start with the first group, or you have opening first before we started.
Okay.
It's okay. It's okay. We start now, or you have some sentences for us? No.
Please,
Okay.
we can start. Okay.
Okay.
This first time.
Okay. For participant, the first group is Mr. Wahyu and Mr. Nur Fitrianto. Maybe you can share your screen with your presentation. Please, Mr. Wahyu, the time is yours.
Can you make me share screen? Mr. Arif.
Okay, wait.
Okay. Can you see?
Okay.
Thank you very
Oh,
much for
okay.
time. I will be explain about the question for Mrs. Natalya Lomovtseva, the questions.
Okay.
So I will explain about digital component and other. So share screen is okay.
Yes, it's very good.
Okay, I will start about the digital competencies by teacher. The focus of discussion number one is digital competency by teacher, perceiving they have and they lack. And second, role of digital competence by teachers, perceiving as needed their professional activity. And the third, relation of the digital competence by teacher used in their classes and that demanded by the professional sector. So I will explain about the number one reasons that the digital competence in the area of the Industrial Revolution 4.0, the new technology emerged that results in extraordinary change all of it, including education. I think it's all included. The increasing technological sophistication that here feel the demands of teacher into the realm of mystery of the IT system, so that they become competent teacher of technology development. For the time being, teacher need the best teacher who understand class dynamic and utilize technology will make teachers more confident and easier to teach the students so that they can transform classroom into creative, innovative, and fun learning space. So the second about the digital competence, educational practice is in transfer-based school knowledge from teacher to student to the no longer effective for preparing participant student enter the industry 4.0 ecosystem which prioritize competence development 20th century. Education 4.0 can only implemented with reference of 12 a new paradigm of education centralized by student as connector, creator, and constructivism. In the framework of production and knowledge application in innovation, teacher and the era of the Industrial Revolution 4.0, the role will not be replaced by technology. The role of the teacher is not replaceable because the teacher is the separate character of student through moral education character, tolerance, and good value. However, those teacher need to change the way teaching to be more fun and interesting. Likewise, the teachers become facilitator, motivator, inspiration, mentor, imagination developer, creativity, character value, and teamwork, and social empathy, because if not, then the role of the teacher can be replaced by technology. And surely technology cannot replacing all of the teacher ethics. So the teacher in Industrial Revolution 4.0 era need have 5 competences. They must be processed by the teacher, namely education competence. So the process competence for technology and commercialization. Competence in globalization, a world without barriers. Not staring to various cultures. Hybrid competence and problem-solving excellent. Problem-solving competence need for teacher. Competence in future strategy, the word is volatile and work fast, so you have competence predict exactly that will happen in the future. Next, rule of digital competence, PET teacher, perceiving as needed their professional activity. Like a pedagogical competence, teacher pedagogic competence is the ability or skill of teacher who can manage a learning process or teaching and learning interaction with students. Personal competence, in the second, personality competence is related to personal character. There are indicators that reflect the positive personality of a teacher, namely sociable, patient, disciplined, honest, humble, authoritative, polite, empathic, sincere, noble, acting according to social and legal norms. The third professional competence, the teacher professional competence, is the ability or skill that must be possessed. So the teacher assignment can be completed properly. Number 4, social competence is related to communication skill, attitude, and interaction in general. But with student, follow teacher, education staff, parent of student to with the community. The next, relation of the digital competence with teacher, professional aggregator, era society. Facing the era of society 5.0 and 6 basic literacy skills are needed, such as data literacy, namely the ability to read, analyze and use information big data in the digital world. It's important, big data. Then technological literacy, understanding how machine work, technology application, coding, artificial intelligence, machine learning, engineering principle, QTech, and QTech. And lastly is human literacy, namely humanities, communication, and design. So the role of educator era society 5 in Europe. As educator is the era of society 5 in Europe, teacher must have skill in the digital field and think creatively. According to Zulfikar Ali Mundid, director of
Pak Wahyu,
yes,
the presentation not move from the page number 4.
oh,
Can you slideshow and or maybe you can try to
okay,
present.
okay.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, I'm still searching. Sorry. Okay, it's okay. Okay, sorry.
Yes, it's run.
Okay, I will read again about the role of educator era society 5 in Europe. The educator in the era of society 5 in Europe, teacher must have skill in digital field and think creatively. According to Zulfikar Amlimuddin, director of HAFEC, highly functioning education consulting service, assessing the era of society 5 in Europe or society 5 in Europe, teachers are required to be more innovative and dynamic in teaching in the classroom. Conclusion this presentation, therefore, there are 3 things educator must use in the era of society 5 in Europe, including the Internet of Things in the world of education, like IoT. Virtual augmented reality in the world of education, utilizing of artificial intelligence or AI in education to identify and the learning needs needed by students. Educator in the society 5 in Europe must be driving teacher who prioritize student over themselves. Take the initiatives to make change to their student. Take action without prompting. Continues to innovative and take side with student. In the last linear, when the change, many have questioned whether the role of the teacher can be replaced by technology. I think so. However, there is a teacher role that does not exist in technology, including direct interaction in the classroom, emotional bonding between teacher and student, character building, and the teacher model. It cannot change with technology. I think that is my presentation with Arif and Cornel. Thank you for time. Thank you, Mas Arif.
Okay, thank you, Pak Wahyu. Natalya, maybe your time to give your comment.
Okay, thank you very much, dear Wahyu. It's right?
Thank
Yes,
you.
three Wahyu.
Tri Wahyu.
3-1-U. Okay, thank you very much. It's very
You're
interesting
welcome.
presentation, but it's a lot of time. I saw only one slide.
I'm sorry.
But I have now one question about what do you think about ecosystem? Because you wrote about industry 4.0, about this is how I understand you. This is industry about created ecosystem for educational organization.
Yes.
What do you think about ecosystem for educational organization? What is it ecosystem for organization? Educational organization. Thank you.
I think it's the organized about the education. I think it's make arrange education. the organization. I think is my opinion.
Okay. I can say about my opinion about ecosystem. It's interesting. Because in Russian Federation now we also discuss about creating ecosystem for educational organization, and our researcher community, research in education, we discuss about ecosystem for educational organization. This is system which to combine its different organizations. This is ecosystem. This is a system for integrated different technology, different organization for education, and for each people, each students who study in ecosystem of educational organization, these students can able its different educational technology is different education organization. This is my opinion about what is it ecosystem for educational organization.
Any comment from the other participant, please?
Yes.
To Mr. Wahyu or to Natalya? Pak Sofan, you turn on your mic.
I will try. Arif.
Okay, please, Mr. Sofan.
Maybe a problem in Indonesia. One is a platform, right? A platform. Halo, putus.
Maybe you turn off your camera, Mr. Sofan. Turn off your camera only your voice.
Okay.
Using a platform for digital education, such as bottleneck in using model and other platform is Google's Classroom and not management well. And then signal and activity of student. Student have a lot homework from his lecturer, from his teacher, and can manage better from the homework. Maybe the problem in Indonesian like that, especially on village.
Okay, Natalya, Mr. Sofan, tell us about the problem.
I see. We have the same problems. Because it is same problems for educational about digital technology now. It's same problems. I understand you. Okay.
And student not well construct the learning and practically a theory, but asynchronous is not measurable in here. Activity of learning, not construct, not relate, and just discuss to show PPT, PowerPoint, and just discuss, not construct well from the constructivism learning, like that, Natalya.
You questions me how in at my university about our students for constructional courses, online courses, about online activities. Yes, is right?
Yes,
You
the activities.
It's same problems. Because we have a different groups. We have a different students. One group is very active online because we using is different technology, digital technology. For example, in last week, in the last 2 weeks, I saw, for example, we have today I had lecture, online lecture with my master's students. It's very not active students was. I don't know what it's same problems. We have in my practice, in my experience, show me if I have is my practice is different activities, is different active technology for motivation online students, and my students will active on my online lecture. If I will only read my lecture, my students will is not active.
Right.
It's same problems because it depends of students, of course. It depends of from I think about university because it's different university. It depends of programs, educational programs where students study. It's same problems.
Yes.
It's
Maybe
clear.
another question.
It's clear. Okay. Okay. Please, Mr. Sofan, if you have another question.
For the presenter or anybody here, silakan.
Oh, for
Yang lain,
other
Pak.
for other participant, if you have a commentary and question to Natalya or to Pak Wahyu, please, before we move to the next group. It's clear.
Arif,
Yeah.
but I would like to give a presentation to Wahyu because I saw on the one slide. Maybe later. It's not now. Because
Okay.
it's very interesting. He prepared these presentations. I think it's very interesting, but I saw only 3 slides.
Okay, I will send you after this.
Oh, okay, thank you very much.
Mm-hmm. Okay, maybe enough for the group, Mr. Wahyu, Natalya? Okay, thank you, Pak Wahyu, for your presentation. And we move to the next group, Mr. Ahmad Mustamil Khairon, Mr. Ponco, and Sigit Pambudi. Please, who will present it? And share your presentation, please.
Minimal Mas Fajarnya di anak-anak yang paling bijaksana.
Mr. Sigit,
Okay.
Mr. Ponco?
Yeah, I will share screen. This moderator, Mr. Khairon.
Okay, please, your time.
Okay, thank you.
You can see it, Natalya?
You can see it.
Okay, I see. It's very good.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you can start, Mr. Ponco and friends.
Okay, thank you. Miss Natalya. This my team, my group, PET teacher digital competency during the based on the case in Indonesia. My name Ponco. It's
during the pandemic of COVID based on the case in Indonesia.
Oh yeah. Okay, next. Discussion is one. What are the digital competence faith teacher receiving the have and they lack? And two, what role of digital competence PET teacher as need their professional activity. And three, what the relation of digital competence, vocational education training teacher use in their class and the demands by the professional sector in which they work. This discussion, we represent as a digital competence teacher and future or a condition in Indonesia. In fact, in Indonesia, COVID-19 is widening Indonesia education gap. This pandemi 2020 in pandemic in immediate cause of 2020 school and rapid and shift to distance learning of our 16 million students. The pandemic brought forward my digital learning in innovation and investment in education technology. But it's also when exciting and quality in education for many children. Indonesian archipelago result infrastructural constraint and pure internet connectivity for many students and teachers in rural and remote area. All the fact, many low-income students and teachers do not have digital device or skill because required for home-based learning. This condition in Indonesia may not device. In 2020, 7% of the teacher report difficult in operating device and using online learning platform. Next, 4 out of 5 internet user in Indonesia live in Java and Sumatra. Because not Java and Sumatra, this bad of internet connection. Which is more popular in Indonesia because social media platform and conferring application are more popular than at technology education for digital learning. Example, Facebook, WhatsApp, and Line, and conferring application. Example, Google Meet and Zoom are the most popular choice for communication and sharing teaching assignment. And they are easier to use, affordable, and do not require high internet speed. Yeah, in fact, this condition in Indonesia, internet is not good. Yeah. In MOEC, primary school survey and other research, 20% report learning through WhatsApp group, and not even 0.1% reports learning through website or school platform. This platform LMS based model Autotutor, Google Classroom, Edmodo, or Facebook. And Facebook is social media. This use online learning. I use WhatsApp and Messenger only because those apps require a strong internet connection. And many of my students live in rural and mountainous area with bad internet connection. Is teacher X25 Mamuju District, West Sulawesi. As time passes, more and more teachers are learning to use video conference such as Zoom or Google Classroom facilities. So that WhatsApp is not the only option. Yeah, because WhatsApp is a good social media and used to teacher for learning expert PSBK Government of Indonesia. Digital competency fit in teacher. Many teachers do not have the digital skill required for online education and have received limited training. And two, most private sector educational technology initiative priorities, building the digital capacities and skill of student, not teacher. Three, school have provide limit support to customize online learning plan or create a curriculum that include content across multiple platforms. This result is challenging teacher workload. And the last, the lack of guidelines has result in irregular class frequency. Sudden assignment on task switching between multiple online platform. This digital vocational education in training teacher. This one is to know the application online learning is big for and that's to use in this vocational education teacher use 40% this impact to digital learning. WA atau WhatsApp is 16%, Google Classroom 20%, Zoom 1%, and other maybe this 16% Line, Ikmudu, Facebook, and other. These are artikel reputasi nasional. Nah, ini government initiative for pet teacher. In this program, government educational TV program, electronic school book program, rumah belajar, guru berbagi, guru belajar, and other. Resolution, the presentation presented tadi finding practical recommended for following the action. 3 action. 1, strength digital learning content and platform. 2, develop digital skill of student. 3, expand digital connectivity and school across the country. Alternative digital learning, augmented reality, virtual reality, micro learning, machine learning, virtual laboratory, and other. This relation of digital competency vocational education teacher, digital competency in this implementation of industrial policy 4.0. On digital technology penetrates the territorial and physical boundaries and according to its function, borderless. So professional work teacher is directing student activity, presenting information, stimulate discussion, carry out training and examination. This reference is and thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Poncho. And you have comment, Natalya, please, before we share it to all participants here.
Okay, it's well done. It's very nice. It's your group. It's well done. It's very nice presentation. Thank you very much. It's very interesting. I have next questions. Please say me what is it? Sumatra. I don't know what is a Sumatra.
Sumatra is
Island.
Sumatra
Island.
is one of island in Indonesia, Natalya.
Please, we say together. I don't understand. This is Indonesian platform, online platform, Sumatra.
No, Sumatra is one island in Indonesia. There are five.
Oh,
There
I
are
don't
five
know,
big
because-
island in Indonesia. The Sumatra, Java, Kalimantan, Sulawesi,
Bali,
and Papua.
Bali, Papua.
Ayo,
Okay.
you find in Indonesia Bali.
Okay. Because I never been in Indonesia. Okay. I don't know because I know only, sorry please, I know only one city, Jakarta, because but only virtual because we discussed only this city.
Yeah.
And if honest, I don't know how this city it's. What is the city, Jakarta? I don't know. Maybe it's the group help me about it's your city. Okay, I understand about this is Java and Sumatra. Now I understand it. You how I understand you using online platform Edmodo.
Yeah, this Edmodo is platform for educational learning in vocational education school and elementary school.
This is online platform which recommended your government.
This government is recommended Edmodo and this LMS learning management system based on learning management system. This example model.
Okay. What is using online platform at your university? We have a different online platform.
Yes, in Indonesia and UNY, Universitas Negeri Yogyakarta is Bismat. Bismat.unya.ac.id. This online learning on apps. This di apa ya?
Apa Pak Ponco?
Apa Pak?
Wajib gitu loh. Sekarang kan wajib menggunakan itu.
What do you
Okay. Ponka, if you can please me slide. Please share your presentation again and slide. I don't understand what is it WA, where you say about WA equivalent 70%. I don't understand what is this WA.
WA это WhatsApp, Miss Наталья, WhatsApp, они так скажут, вот WA, да.
Oh, WhatsApp.
This is it is short name. It is short name WhatsApp. Oh, okay.
Yes,
Да, они так говорят.
Thank you very much.
Да, всегда, пожалуйста.
Okay, my equations, I'm finished, but I have one comment about, you said about activities government. Maybe this is slides.
Okay.
Okay, it's very nice.
Question?
It's very nice. Arif,
Any
honest,
question?
for me, today I am starting to understanding your problem about of COVID, about digital competence. For me, it's very interesting. If honest, in Russian Federation we have the same problems, and our teachers of that using and now using to WhatsApp. We have a social network, for example. Our teachers is not like Facebook. It's honest. We have a Russian social network. It's called Vkontakte. It's Russian name. Yes, our teachers is not like Facebook because it is we using Facebook only teachers of higher educations, because Facebook has a lot of researchers our world. Teachers of vocational educational is not Facebook. It's true. How is the teachers of secondary school? Because it's a lot of teachers, secondary school and vocational education using social network Vkontakte. We not, they not using Facebook. And social network Vkontakte to help teachers to create growth. And when started pandemic, our teacher created a lot of group Vkontakte. We not a lot of using WhatsApp, but we a lot of using Vkontakte. It's our social network for teachers, for people, It's my comment. Sorry if if I a long time speech.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Poncho and your group. Is there any question for the other participant to the Poncho groups, please?
Rima? Miss Rima?
Yes. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, Pak. I want to comment. In my country also, we are not using WhatsApp because people think here that WhatsApp doesn't work well. So we are not active in WhatsApp, but we use mostly Telegram. Do you also use Telegram?
Okay.
Yeah, of course, Telegram.
Yes,
Yes,
we
for
use
group
Telegram.
chat, we use Telegram. And I want to ask a question. You also have it? Yes. And I want to ask, in my country, we already started face-to-face teaching, but I still found that online assignments, to provide students online assignments is very effective, because in my class, for example, there are some students who say that they lost their notebook or they forgot their notebook and they don't bring their assignment. So that's why I just provide them with the deadline, and I gave them Google Classroom platform, and then I already provided them with Padlet.com, which I learned from Miss Natalya, and they are very active in that kind of platforms. But some teachers say that they are not very skillful in that platform or using online, so that's why they say that we are teaching face to face, so no need to use any online platform. But then I contacted with my head of department, and he supported me. He said that that's okay, that's your method, just use it for your assignments. And I just want to ask if there are any other platforms that is very effective for assessment, because as we know, we can assess in Google Classroom, but are there any other platform I just checked the chat and you already suggested me one. And from the presenter, Pak siapa saya nih lupa.
Pak Ponco.
Pak Ponco. Yeah, do you also have any other platform, alternative platform that we can use for our classroom assignment or assessment?
Yeah, this, maybe alternative is open in country.
Di chat, Pak.
Maybe oh
Di chat ada. Saya udah jawab.
Please, Pak Sigit. Pak
Hai
Sigit,
Rima.
you
I will
can
try answer your question.
pada yes.
In our country, especially in university, we use learning management system like Moodle or Edmodo. If you remember about Bismart using Moodle base. Spada using Moodle base.
Yeah.
So if your question about alternative except Google Classroom, the answer is Moodle.
And they are for free to use, or the university should pay it?
Yes, open source.
Yes, open source.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much for your answer.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Terima kasih, Pak.
Ya, terima kasih. Sama-sama.
Okay, thank you.
Maybe Mr. Fawaid is say comment or to Natalya.
Please, Puspawa.
Okay, thank you. My friend, our friend, Mrs. Natalya, Prof. Natalya Lomovtseva. In my opinion, the alternative application for teaching and assessment, I have experience with Facebook. I using Facebook for teaching and learning in entrepreneurship in my universities. In teaching, I try to comment something about a new issue in our country, such as why Pizza Hut's selling product in out of the mall in Indonesia. This is interesting issue. That Hut is a high product for us, but now they choose selling product like market, like tidak seperti bisa unusual selling gitu. This is effective. My student comment in Facebook, and I can read their comment, update, maybe enough.
Yes, thank you, Puspawa. You have comment, Natalya?
Thank you very much for your comment. Thank you very much.
Any comment from you? No?
About my recommend, it's not.
It's okay? Okay. For one group again, Natalya?
Yes.
Okay. For the next group, thank you, Mr. Ponco and friends, for your presentation.
Okay.
No worries.
The next group, Yoga, Farah, and Mr. Widodo. Please present it.
Maybe Mr. Widodo.
Please share your screen, Mr. Yoga.
Okay, yes. Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum.
I will to present about discuss my team. I'm Yoga and partner Widodo and Farah, lecturer Prof. Ruli and Prof. Natalya. We will share about FET teacher digital competence case studies PPG in Indonesia. Yeah. Okay. The first ASEAN unemployment Indonesian, you can see ups and down, yeah, 2000, and Malaysian and Brunei, Singapore, Vietnam, kemudian then Thailand, Myanmar, Philippines, and Cambodia. Course discussion one: what are the digital competence of a teacher perceiving they have and they lack? And two, what is the role digital competence of a teacher perceiving as need their professional activity of? And three, what is the relation of the digital competence of a teacher used in their class and that's demand by the professional sector in which they work. Center FET's teacher competence, yeah, the teacher educational context, nature and purpose, education framework, teacher role, pedagogical framework, online, and then conception of teaching, belief and knowledge and functional context, and ini enhanced practice. Digital competence FET teachers to classification of online FET teaching context influence were found. These were the functional teaching context and the education context. Within the functional teaching context, and factors that were perceived by the teacher to affect their practice include class size, the discipline being taught, the in-text model, learning material, LMS infrastructure, number of class and student per teacher, organizational expectation, work location, student preference, needs and behavior, and teacher workload. And identified factor within nature and purpose of the education context include the educational framework, the pedagogical framework, and the teacher role within this framework. And both types of teaching context influence can be perceived by teacher as affordance or limitation. And they influence practice to move toward or away from a teacher purpose ideal. Digital competence of a teacher in the area of the industrial revolution 4.0, utilizing technology will not be replaced. Yes. The role of the teacher is irreplicable because the teacher is a shape of the character of student through moral education and tolerance and good values. However, teacher need to change the way of teaching to be more fun and interesting. Likewise, the role of the teacher changed from being a transmitter of knowledge to student, become a facilitator, a motivator, inspiration, mentor, developer of imagination and creativity, character values, and teamwork. As well as social empathy, otherwise the teacher role can be supported by technology. And in this digital building, this allow adaptation, approachment, and hack innovation. Yes, and in basic digital skill, dedicated ICT competence, and learning strategies. Okay. Relation of the digital competence for teacher, professional educator era society facing this area of society 5.0 and seek maybe seek basic literacy skill are needed such as the data literacy, and namely the ability to read, analyze, and use information. This example, big data in the digital world. Then technological literacy, understanding how machine work, technology application, maybe coding and artificial intelligence, machine learning, engineering principle, and biotech, and maybe etc. And lastly is human literacy, namely humanities, communication, and design. And the role of education era society 5.0 as educator in the area of society 5.0, teacher must have skill in the digital field and think creativity. According to Zulfikar Alimuddin, Director of HEFS, Highly Function Education Consultant Service, assessing the area of society 5.0, teachers are recruited to be more innovative and dynamic in the teaching in the classroom. In this relation of digital competence of a teacher, professional development, communication, education innovation, and then course, and then digital competence, and then school, teacher training, technology, and competence, and etc. Okay, to conclusion, to classification of online teaching context influence we are found. This were the functional teaching context and the education context. Within the functional teaching context and factor that we perceive by teacher to affect their practice include classes, the discipline breakdown, the in-text model, learning material, LMS infrastructure, number of class and student per teacher, and organizational expression, work location, student preference, needs and behavior, and teacher workload. Identity factor within nature and purpose of the education context include the education framework, the pedagogical framework are online, and the teacher role within this framework. And both types of teaching context influence can be perceived by teacher as a burden or limitation, thereby influencing practice to move towards or away from teacher purpose ideal. Thank you, Natalya and Mr. Arif, on all participants.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Yoga Sahria. Your comment, Natalya, please.
Yoga, thank you very much. It's very nice presentations. Yes. For me, I knew about two contexts, about learning context and about teaching context, and the difference about digital competence. It's very interesting for me.
Yes.
Thank you very much. And I read your slides about it's it's very nice picture where the place of digital competence from educational about digital literacy is very nice. It's very nice presentations. Arif, for me, I don't know what is recommended, but today we discuss it's a lot of, in my opinion, recommendation about online platform. It depends of your organization, because it depends how say the yoga. It depends infrastructure organization. It depends and size organizations. I I read in your slides. I have not recommendations. It's very nice because it's each presentations discussed one questions, but it's different corner. It's for me, it's very interesting discussion today.
Okay, thank you, Natalya.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Natalya. Yes.
It's very nice. Your group, it's very nice. You well done.
Okay, thank you. Maybe we do add information about TPK in Indonesian.
Please,
Or
Mr. Widodo, you can turn on your mic, please, and add some information from yoga.
Or Mrs. Farah? Or enough?
Maybe I have one question.
That's good.
Okay.
That's good, Natalya.
Yoga.
Okay.
Yoga, is right?
Yes. Thank you for confirm to my Instagram.
Okay. What you prefer? What you recommended for teachers, from example, from Russian, using online platform? Your recommendation for our teachers, in your opinion, in your experience?
I think classroom enough.
Google Classroom.
Google Classroom, yes. Because maybe enough Google Classroom, maybe. Yeah.
Mr. Widodo.
And
or Mr. Widodo.
Natalya, Mr. Widodo will give some experience, I think. Please, Mr. Widodo. Mr. Widodo.
I think not enough one platform, but how to create any platform, teachers, other classroom, and etc. Itu sih, Pak Arif. Cukup.
Enough, Natalya from Widodo and yoga. Miss Farah.
Pak Arif, boleh saya tanya tidak?
Oh, please, Miss Sudiam.
Yeah, Mrs. Natalya, can I ask one question for you?
Okay.
Sorry, my camera turned off because it's not unstable in my home. If we saw your presentation yesterday, there were any problem in your learning, also like in Indonesia. It was number two. If we look at learning in the pandemic era, it's very dependent on infrastructure as a government regulation too. What do you think in your learning? Is there any problem too, like in Indonesia? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Questions to Jim. We have a lot of problems same in Indonesia because we have a different organization of vocational education. One organization have its very good infrastructure and very good internet connection and a lot of digital devices. It's one organization. It depends of region, if honest. For example, where we have a capital, I mean it's Moscow region, we have a big problem, a little bit problem in vocational education. Along from capital, its region, we have a lot of problems. I think it's the same problems in Indonesia. It's my opinion. Sverdlov region where I live, we have is not a lot of problems because it's not alone. But we have a lot of problems with digital competence of teachers of vocational education. It's problems because our teachers is not readiness for using digital technology in your educational process. It's, for my opinion, it's general problems for using online platform, digital technology. It is a readiness of teachers for using it, this technology. It's my opinion, because we will discuss about virtual reality,
Augmented reality.
It's different. It's new about it's new technology. But if teachers is not readiness for using
Yes.
digital technology, it's
Okay.
it's online platform. It's problems. It's only same people. It's
Okay.
only people.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much,
Thank-
because it's a very
Yeah.
important question.
Yes.
I understand.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you,
very
Pak
much.
Arif.
Okay, next, Miss Rima, you can turn on your mic, please.
Yeah, thank you very much. I have a question for Mr. Yoga. Mr. Yoga just talked about teacher training and digital competence, and I'm really interested about it because in my country, teachers really want to apply for ICT or online platforms in classroom, but because of their lack of teacher training or lack of skills, they couldn't apply at all. So that's I want to ask if there are any teacher training programs for teachers that they can and learn how to apply for ICT in their classroom. But if we say that there are a lot online and chargeable, but teachers don't want to get that course because it's they should pay or it has fee for learning. But I want to free of teacher training programs for teaching them how to apply in the classroom online platforms. Thank you.
Yoga and friends, you can directly respond the question from Rima.
Okay, thank you, Rima. Very nice question. I think about digital learning, maybe when augmented reality, virtual reality, and maybe links learning and docebo maybe, and articulate maybe, and model and etc. Because to support learning in education, I think, and etc. Maybe Mr. Widodo adds information, adds answer, or
I can answer at
Farah.
information in Indonesia about training. Question for Mrs. Prima. In Indonesia, use MOOC, open online course, is purpose by education. But the MOOC, I think so. It's not only about about the problem. Teachers creativity in being the facilitator, with the teachers being the to create emotional. The training is MOOC, how to training the develop media and then context media. Okay, maybe Mrs. Farah add information.
Sorry.
Okay, Ms. Farah, you can turn on your mic now if you will add some information to Ms. Rima, please.
Okay, Ms. Rima, I have a different perspective. So maybe the first one, you can find a platform which can use all circles and all departments in your country, and it's easy to understand to all community because different country will definitely face different experience. And I want to give you a little advice. So maybe you can use LMS at Moodle platforms because they have mutual feedback, easy to use, and secure networks. So the teachers can give and take quizzes, or students can report the final scores. Thank you.
That's all, Ms. Rima. You have any
Thank you
comment?
very much. Thank you very much for
Yeah.
your
Thank you,
recommendations. They
Rima.
are so useful.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Any question from the others, please? It's enough?
Enough.
Okay. So Natalya, what is our schedule for Thursday? You will give us the lecture, or we will continue this discussion? Because we still have three groups.
Okay. I think maybe you can we continue in next Tuesday. It's very interesting because.
Okay. Okay. So in Thursday we will continue with the other group.
Yes.
And
yes.
and if we have more time, maybe you can give a little lecture for us after that, or enough for discussion. Only for discussion?
Only for discussion.
Okay. Professor Duri?
I'm not focused in here.
Okay.
What?
Next week we will continue our discussion because we have
Yes.
three groups more, and maybe next week Natalya will give her lecture again after our discussion this week.
Okay. Thank you for all, especially for Natalya. I'm sorry about this because especially in this day I have another. There are three meetings in the almost same time, so that's why I think I'm sorry about that, and then I follow up. I apologize about that because I'm not full attend in this forum. In my mind, I think if I do like that, I just follow in gradually. It's not continue, but I have idea that I have feel that this day I think it's good for us, especially for the student, to express their capacity as a student in international activities. And then the second is about there are some discussion, especially with Dr. Rima from from Uzbekistan. Thank you, Dr. Rima. You have I'm appreciate about your activities to follow and to join with us in here, and then hope that in the next activity we still have a time to give your input in our class. And for Natalya, you look so tired, Natalya. Natalya, you sorry about that. And then for the next week, I hope we will meet again. And okay, thank you all. Back to Ari, and see you next week.
Okay, thank you, Prof.
Thank
Rudy.
you, Prof. Rudy.
Natalya, you can hear me, Natalya?
Unmute.
Natalya, please unmute your mic, please.
Sorry.
Okay.
Today it was very interesting for my opinion. It was very important discussion because a lot of problems, how I understand, a lot of problems, it's all words about digital competence, especially teachers of the vocational education, about readiness for using digital technology, about digital skills of teachers in vocational education. It's very good practice today we had and about digital competence of teachers of vocational education. Thank you very much all. It's you well done, and it's very good job. It's my opinion. It's very good. Thank you very much, Bruria and Darif.
Okay, thank you for Natalya and the other participant. And the other group, you can prepare your